Hello, hello, hello! We're finally continuing with Danganronpa! Ah, yeah! I'm excited. Alright, let's open game. Hopefully, it works properly. I'm gonna try to open it using my shortcut. There we go. Turn that off. Boop, boop, boop. We're here. And my camera looks different because, oh, okay. Apparently, I forgot to do something. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, roll. I forgot, because I haven't played the game in a while, to do this. And then, bam. And, okay, my camera looks really weird. Let's fix that. Dang it. What happened? Camera! Holy crap. I think I know what happened. If I get rid of that. Does that work? No? What the? This is interesting. So I got a new camera, but issues. I guess, and I had to reset my chroma key, so that's probably why I'm doing that. Okay. Chroma key, where are you? Filters? Oh, there it is. Jeez, why is it like this? Uh-oh. Great. Maybe if I, change to a different menu? Maybe I didn't notice this because, I was not inside, like, a bright background. There we go. Oh, now when it's a dark background, I don't really notice it. Okay, let's see. Start the game. Okay, come on. It's still kind of bad, isn't it? Pause. Okay. Let me move my mouse out. Oh, no! Oh, that was so close. I think this part's solid, but I have a little bit of bad stuff at the bottom. It's mostly okay. Maybe I can just change the smoothness. Okay, let's leave that alone. I think that's the best I'm gonna get it. We'll fix that later. Also, I don't know how to make my camera zoom now. It's weird. The controller is different and doesn't seem to respond. But it supposedly has more frame rate, which I don't know if you guys can really tell because I only stream in 30. But it has 60 FPS, so it looks better for me. I look, my cup is see if it's shiny. I just need to shine less, that's the thing. I'm too sparkly. Alright, Let's get back into the game. Ah. Let's investigate. Okay. First things first, we shoot things. So where did everyone else go? Hey, I leveled. Okay. So it's kind of like a locked room murder, right? No, I'm like see-through. No. I want to fix it a little bit more. So I feel like it's better if the background's a little bit visible. Yeah, it's my zoom, because like this part here is pretty good, but as I get to further along, it doesn't really work as well. I need to figure out how to zoom my camera. That's the thing. It's a mess. You know what? You know what? Since I'm annoyed at it, let's just turn off the filter. Right? We're going ghetto mode here. There we go. There we go. We're back to how we were before. All right. Let's talk to Suichi. Oh wait. I was saying that this is a locker room murder, right? But obviously, all locker room murders aren't actually locker room murders. There's always like a way to get in. So the most suspicious person, right, is Ryoma, because I guess he can go through here. And I mean, we were watching it, but usually there's some kind of trick that's not really obvious, right? Let's look at the vent. The vent is open. I was the one who took off the grate and I left it in the dust. True. And we're keeping watch in the classroom this vent leads to. I don't think the culprit came in or out through here. Yeah, that's true. Library vent. Ah, true, right. We need bullets so we can, like, refute other people's ideas. So maybe you aren't suspicious. Maybe that's just too obvious, right? You know, I have no idea what happened. Suichi. Why can't I click on it? Okay. I'll click on your crotch. Hey Kaede, do you remember what we saw when we came in here? Yes, I remember. Oh yeah, refresh me, because it's been a while. We saw the moving bookcase close on its own, right? That's true. So, because we saw everyone come and check on the body when it wasn't out, unless there's a second way out of that room, which I doubt, because there wouldn't be a need for like a lock pad, right? Then there shouldn't have been anyone who went into the room after the bookcase closed. No one even touched it, so how did that happen? Actually, it has to do with how the bookcase works. Suichi moved the bookcase to reveal the hidden door. Take a look at this. If I let go of the bookcase, and after waiting for a bit, oh, it closed on its own. The bookcase is set up like an automatic door. It closes after a period of time. Okay. That's not suspicious at all then. It makes perfect sense when you think about it. If it didn't close on its own, you wouldn't be able to put the bookcase back after you went inside. I see. The bookcase has to close on its own once you go through the hidden door. Moving bookcase. Alright. But wait, if the bookcase closes itself after you enter the hidden door, maybe the reason why the bookcase closed itself was because the mastermind was hiding just past the hidden door. That's just what I just said. Right. After killing Rantaro, they ran through the hidden door. It certainly is possible. Let's check that now. How do we check it? Yeah. The dusk on the card reader, remember? Richie moved the bookcase again to reveal the hidden door once more. Alright. We leaned in to get a closer look at the gap with the card reader. The dust is still there. Okay. Looks like the card reader wasn't used. That means the mastermind didn't hide here. What if the mastermind replaced the dust after they used the card reader? No. I remember exactly where I put the dust. Exactly. I think it's safe to assume the mastermind did not go through this door. Then the one who moved the moving bookcase at the time was Rantaro himself? I can't say for sure. We'll know more once we get the pictures back. There's a chance that someone else was hiding here. Card reader dust has been added. Okay. Well, I still think the mastermind is the culprit. So we just need to find the clues that can connect us to the mastermind. We'll end the killing game that way too. Don't talk to me, Krotchich. I'm fucking busy. You continued ignoring us while she fiddled with the controller. What's that controller for? Dun dun dun, it's a prone. Prone? I don't mean to butt into the conversation, but don't you mean drone? If it was a prone, it'd team up with the rest of the Ganglion Alliance to destroy humanity. I have no idea what she's talking about. Wait a second, the controller is... Now you're getting it, dick cheese. She laughed obnoxiously and pointed her finger upward. I look at Kaide's muscular hands. They're so defined. Yeah, that's smart. Crafting a floor plan with photos. That's amazing. I'm sure this will help with the investigation. The only problem is I'm not used to operating a drone and taking pictures with it. You shouldn't be proud of that. And if you don't hurry, the investigation will end soon. Can't do shit about that, so just calm your tiny tits and shut up. Shut up, you. My chest is way better than your nasty cow udders. Uh-huh. I mean... Udders? Udders? You're a bit wimpy when someone stands up to you, huh? You're actually a complete wuss. That's why she puts on that front. Oh, that's the thing. I'm pretty sure I don't need to tell you this, but shouldn't we investigate Rantaro's body? Yes, if we want to find clues, we have to. But if it's too much for you, Kaide, you don't have to, okay? No, it's fine. I can do it. My mind was set, and I started to walk towards Rantaro's body. The last time I saw Rentaro, he was alive and well. Why did Rentaro die here? What do you mean, die here? I mean, if Rentaro was the one who moved the bookcase, that means he came all the way over here after the bookcase opened. Yeah. He moved away from the hidden door to this spot. Why would he do that? And there's no trace of his body being moved. It doesn't add up. Ah, are you okay? You've gone pale. Although I guess that's normal. We have to investigate a body after all. The body of someone who was alive and talking to us just a little while ago. It's okay, really. We just have to do our best. Not just for Rantaro's sake, but also so we can avenge him. And so we can protect everyone else. But to defeat the mastermind who's orchestrating this whole thing. He's gonna be really sad when it wasn't the mastermind that actually killed Rantaro. It was one of us. I'm Kaede. I'll help you in any way I can. I'll support you for this investigation. I am sort of a detective after all. Sort of. You are a detective, remember? A bloody shot put falls on the ground. The shot put ball, could it be... Yes, it definitely came from the warehouse on the first floor. There's blood all over it. That's the murder weapon, right? I don't see anything else that could have been used. The shot itself is heavy. You would have to be fairly strong to use it as a weapon. Ooh. Fairly strong, huh? Music's getting good. You know what? We need to review the monopad. Alright. Victim. Oh. Damn it. Alright, how do I read it? Oh. So awkward. I have to move the mouse. I have to hold and move the mouse up and down. Okay. The victim is Rantaro Amami. His ultimate talent is unknown. The victim's body was discovered in the library. Estimated time of death is 9:10 p.m. The victim was subjected to blunt force trauma to the back of the skull, resulting in cranial fractures and immediate death. Okay. No other injuries were detected. Oh, these are our truth bullets. Right, okay. We'll read the other truth bullets later. I know we need to examine his body, but I'm not sure where to start. It's okay, I can do it. Tsuchi showed no hesitation as he began to examine Rantaro's body. There's blood on the back of his head and looks like a pretty deep wound. It's consistent with blunt force trauma. I don't see any other injuries. The Monokuma file is accurate. This must be the fatal wound. So, we can trust the Monokuma file. Yes, for now. Suichi then stuck his hand into Rantaro's pocket. Wait, what are you doing? I'm checking what he has on his person. There might be a clue. If we're going to do this, we have to be thorough. I told you I would support you after all. How can you say that with so much confidence? Come on, Kaede, pull yourself together. Rantaro had in his possession the key to his room and a student handbook monopad. Right, everyone should have those. The monopad is definitely his, and exactly the same model as ours. He didn't have a car key on him? That's what I was thinking, but he didn't have it. Then Rantaro really wasn't the mastermind. Well, obviously we established this because Monokuma was still walking around. If he was the mastermind, he wouldn't have come here without the car key. So with what we know now, that is most likely a possibility. Why was Rantaro here if he wasn't the mastermind? Rantaro's belongings. Are you okay? We just finished investigating the body. Let's get out of here for now, okay? Something is bothering me. Why did Rantaro come to the library? Seems likely he is not the mastermind. What reason did he have for coming here? Well, he did plan to, like, stop the killing game, right? So presumably he knew about the hidden door as well? I'm guessing it had something to do with what Rentaro mentioned earlier. Wow. Look, I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention, game. It's not about outfoxing everyone in this killing game, it's about ending the game itself. That's the real goal. Ending the game itself. Then it's possible he noticed the hidden door in the library just like we did. Yeah. He might have come to the same conclusion we did. The mastermind would come here. You mean he had the same idea as us? No way, he should have told us. We could have worked together. I collapsed to the floor, crushed by the weight of my frustration. No, he probably couldn't risk telling us. Like you said, he was suspicious of everyone. Just like we were. I have you, Kaede, but Rentaro didn't have anyone he could trust. That might have been the only difference between me and him. As he said that, he offered me a hand. Oh. I took his hand and he pulled me to my feet. Oh, we're so close. Let's go. We can't waste time now. You're not gonna give up, right? You're going to save everyone. Tsuichi? He's right. I can't give up now. Thanks. I feel like I can rely on you even more. Tsuichi's right. We can't give up until it's over. I can't stay depressed forever. I have to help everyone get out of here. But to continue the investigation, we gotta find the mastermind. It's a mysterious glow, but I don't think it has anything to do with this incident. I guess we only really need to talk to the rest of the people here, right? Why did the culprit not step forward and take advantage of the first blood perk? True, I thought that odd as well. Unless Rentaro committed suicide, right? But we found no evidence of like any contraption. The culprit must have killed to survive, so it is odd they would not have stepped forward. True, I wonder what that means. I can think of several possibilities. Really? But the worst case scenario is the culprit's objective wasn't to survive, it was to kill everyone here. Yeah, I mean that makes sense. That's an obvious one. Everyone. That would explain why they would forgo their survival in favor of a class trial. But doesn't that seem like a bit of a stretch to you? Well, if the culprit is also the mastermind, then it's certainly plausible. Yeah, but if the culprit was the mastermind, right? They could basically just kill us off whenever they want to. Like, they want to have the game take place. They want the Ultimates to kill themselves, right? So there's no... it wouldn't be the mastermind. Well, true. Killing us does seem like something the mastermind would do. So we cannot lose this fight. Even on this uncharted path, we must find our way. Well... if you're the ultimate detective, then you've got your eyes on the culprit, right? Tell me who you think the culprit is. I don't mind if it's just an educated guess. Oh, I want to know too. No, I'm sorry. I can't say anything yet. But there's someone you're a little bit suspicious of, right? No, there's gotta be. But you're afraid of that. You're afraid of suspecting someone, aren't you? That's how it looks to me. This guy's like the most adult one here. But with things the way they are, wouldn't it be better for you to suspect others more? And just let me warn you. The way the world works is that those who speak win. The truth can be easily twisted. In order to fix the twisted truth, you need something even more powerful. What do you mean? I mean that testimonies without evidence are powerless. Be careful. Thank you, game, for warning me. Anything here? Tons of books are crammed. Okay. It doesn't seem as if anything changed to set up the cameras. The books you stacked up haven't moved. Ah, you mean the ones I stacked to keep people from going through the vent. Yeah, those have been left alone. Nice! Okay, I did have to investigate that. So the vent seems highly unlikely. The moving ladder I used to reorganize the books on top of the bookcases. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Oh, what was that? Oh, the door. We got everything. We got the van. Yeah, okay. Let's leave. What? Oh, I guess we need to check the door, right? This is the rear door. It's the furthest door from the stairs and it leads to the hallway. By the way, this is a sliding door. See, it opens when you slide it. Yes, I saw that. You think Rantaro entered through this door? Can't say for sure until we get those pictures back from the monocut. You're right, we'll just have to wait. The most important piece of evidence we don't have. Let's check the front door then. It's a front door that leads directly to the basement stairs. We went through this door before we discovered Rantaro's body. We entered the library through here with Kaito and Tenko. Yeah, we saw the moving bookcase close, and then when we ran over, we found Rantaro's body behind that bookcase. I wonder if Rantaro entered through the same door as we did. Maybe the mastermind did too. When we see the pictures after the monocubs develop them, that will be clear. I guess all we can do is wait. So... if they notice the flash... What happened was, the mastermind came to this door, right? Went here, and then... because this camera was pointing to this door, right? If I remember correctly. And then someone entered through the rear door, while... or Rantaro entered through the rear... well, okay, They must have entered, like, simultaneously. Because there had to be two people, right? Someone to kill Rantaro, and the culprit. Right? And then... let's say the mastermind enters first, goes to the bookcase. They notice that the flash from... I don't know, the orientation is weird, because... there's a side door, and then there's the bookcase, right? And then there's the camera. So I was thinking, like, if the side door opens, the camera will go off, then they walk to the camera because they notice the flash. But the only reason I can think of why they would be there is because of the flash. Wait, no, they rigged the flash not to go off, right? We don't have our little layout of the room. Okay, well, we're done here, though, right? Nani? Monitor. The time limit to start the killing game had almost expired, but then the countdown stopped, and that obnoxious noise went away too. I wonder what would have happened if the time limit had expired. Did I talk to Sugumi? I don't know who killed Rantaro, but it's Monokuma's fault it happened. Because he pressured us, this happened. That motive he gave us is part of it, and so is that strange music. He played that music at such a high volume to make us feel sick and want to kill. It was awful, I thought I'd go crazy. I bet someone felt pressured by that and killed Rantaro. It's all Monokuma's fault. Anyway, we had to stop the mastermind, so this is the last murder that ever happens here. We just have to. Promotional video BGM. Okay, now we can leave? Oh my god. What? What? What didn't I click on? Suichi? Hey Suichi, I need some advice. What do you think we should check first? I'm thinking about it too, but since you're a detective, you might know more than me. What should we check? Is if the areas where we place cameras have changed in any way. Like the bookcases, the vent. I feel like there might be clues around there. Also, I think there may be clues around Rantaro's body. It might be hard to do, but... And finally, we need to hear from everyone here. One of them might have noticed something we missed. Okay, got it. That's no problem at all. I hope I can be of some use. Okay. It's funny that we talked to him last, because we finished everything, right? Mew, you have anything else to say? Don't talk to me, you ugly skank. Quit interrupting the investigation. Huh? Damn it, the shot's out of focus again. Your fucking face is blurring the lens, bitch. The floor plan might be useful to the investigation, yeah. But it might not be finished in time for the class trial. I guess I wouldn't expect too much. What else? Did I look at this? You guys set up a security sensor on top of this bookcase, right? Yeah, it should still be there. Let me check. Wait, did we tell them we did that? I don't remember if we told him we set a security sensor on top of the bookcase. Still here. I should take it down now. Removing it is fine, but won't your receiver go off when you move it? No, it's alright. I turned the receiver off. Huh? You can turn it off? Yes, I made sure to switch it off on the way down here. I thought the mastermind could still be inside and I didn't want to alert them. I see, smart thinking. Receiver on Suichi. Friday, I think we've investigated the entire library now. But we still don't know anything yet. I feel like we didn't get any closer to the mastermind. The most important piece of evidence will be those photos. Once we get those... Then again, we can't just say that and do nothing. Let's keep investigating what we can. Yes, I think we should collect alibis. That's a good idea. So everyone in the game room should have alibis on each other, right? And everyone else, who knows? If that's the case, then who should we question? Everyone. Literally everyone. The 6 people that went down to the basement with Rantaro. Kaito, Ganta, Maki, Tenko, Angie, and Himiko. Let's talk to them first. They should have been in the game room along with Rantaro. Let's ask them about what happened there. Alright, let's go find them. For now, let's head to the game room. What, do you think they're just gonna be in the game room? Okay. Let's save. Only Maki's here, huh? Over there, it's Maki. She was one of the people I saw in the game room. Let's ask her what she was doing. Maki, you were in the game room when Rentaro was killed, right? What were you all doing down here? Rentaro was with you, right? Am I a suspect? Everyone is. Oh no, that's not what I meant. You should suspect me. In fact, you should be suspicious of everyone. Of course she's gonna mock us, of course. Someone got killed right after we all gathered here. Timing's too perfect. Then again, with the time limit so close to expiring, maybe that's why it happened. So trust no one, Kaede, or you'll lose, got it? I can't get rid of Maki at all. She just saw a dead body and she's perfectly calm. It's hard to imagine her as the ultimate child caregiver. But why were you all here in the first place? It was Kaito's idea. He suddenly wanted to hold a strategy meeting and gathered us together. Kaito, huh? He said we should confront Monokuma once the time limit expires. He picked the 7 people he thought would be useful in a fight. 7 people. Kaita, Ganka, Maki, Tenko, Himiku, Angie, and Rentaro. Obviously, Angie is useful in a fight. Himiko as well. Like, what? But I'm not sure those 7 would all be useful in a fight, though. Kaito thought Himiko's magic and Angie's connection to Atua would be useful. Exactly the ones I called out! But what about you, Maki? Why did he also pick the ultimate child caregiver? He just looked at me and said, yeah, you probably know how to fight. That's it. That does sound like something Kaito would do, though. But why have a strategy meeting in the game room in the basement? Beats to me. Maybe Kaito figured it would be harder for Monokuma to find us here. In other words, it was just a coincidence? Let's ask him about that. And what was Rantaro doing at the time? Was he in the strategy meeting with you? He was, at first. Then he excused himself to go to the bathroom and left on his own. Kaito and Tenko went looking for him so he could finish the meeting before time expired. So, out of the 7, Kaito and Tenko are the ones that don't have alibis for the time of death, supposedly? Oh, what are you guys doing here? Well, never mind, your timing's perfect. You should join our strategy meeting. Kai's definitely welcome to join. Then, did the 4 of you just wait in the game room the whole time? Angie, Himiko, and I were the only ones who stayed behind. Ganta never joined us. Wait, what? That doesn't look good for Ganta. Ganta wasn't with you guys. Ganta did arrive, but then he left and locked himself in the AV room in the back. Is that what that room is? He was in the AV room by himself? Suspicious behavior, isn't it? The other 2 felt the same way. What other 2? Why don't you go to the AV room? They're probably still there. I didn't know we could go there yet. Okay, no money for me. Richie? Looks like she's in the back. Let's try talking to her. Hey, Suichi. The AV room is that room in the back, right? Kaede, have you never been in there before? Nope, not yet. Anyway, let's go. Yeah, I didn't even know this was a room that was actually unlocked. Oh, wow. This is a nice place for a meeting. Wait, gone to not murder anyone. I told you, we're not saying you did, we just want to talk. No, it's him alright. He's got the face of a killer. No judge Ganta by his outside. An inside Ganta gentleman. Hey, what's going on here? Hey there, Kaede. We're just trying to ask him. Tell us while you were still asking nicely. Are you or are you not the culprit? Or are you not the culprit? Or are you not the culprit? Ganta, not. It's just been this over and over. We can't move forward at all. I think your questions are the problem. Then I'll change the question. Timmy buys 5 strawberries for 50 cents each and 1 apple. Totally off topic, Himiko. Do your own math homework. Hey Kanta, I taught the Maki earlier. You were in the basement of the AV room alone the whole time, right? But what were you doing here alone? Ganta happy to be invited to meeting, but Ganta think he not be much help cause he not smart. So Ganta in here alone watching bug movie. Okay. What? How does that help? Bug movie fill Ganta with fight. Make Ganta ready to fight Monokuma. So it helps you fight. Okay, sure. You do you, Ganta. You do you. But why was it locked? What was locked? If you don't answer honestly, I'll change you into a girl with my magic. Ganta no can become girl Ganta. Then Ganta never become gentleman. Himiko, can you just shut up for a second? You're making this harder than it needs to be. Ganta, can you tell us what happened next? Ganta just need focus. If Ganta no focus, Ganta no can fill up with fight. That it really. Ganta just wanna protect everyone. But you guys not believe Ganta, huh? Cause Ganta's so big and scary looking, huh? Calm down, you're making a very scary face. Cause Ganta feels so useless. After hearing his story, I can see why people would suspect him. But I wonder what really happened. Could he actually be the mastermind? Kaede, let's investigate this room a little more. I want to see that door. We also need to verify Ganta's alibi. Yeah, you're right. So this door leads out into the hallway, right? But can it be opened? This door is different than the one we used to enter the game room. Is this connected to the hallway? It seems that way. Let's check. It's a sliding door. I'll open it. I tried to open it, but... clunk. That's weird. It doesn't open all the way. It looks like it wasn't installed right. I can only stick my arm to. I can see the hallway on the other side, but I suppose it's not possible to use this door. Or is it? No. If it's Ganta, it doesn't matter if the door was stuck. It's strong enough to throw that super heavy manhole cover. Yeah, he could eat this door for breakfast. Ganta not eat door for breakfast. Breakfast most important meat of any gentleman's day. I agree. Huh? You think Ganta could eat this door? No, I mean I don't think he did anything like that. Look at this. There's dust piled up on the railing of the door. This sliding door hasn't moved in a while. Once again with the dust. I guess, I remember watching Conan and it's like, dust is a detective's best friend. Then he just forced his way through the gap. No. That's not possible. There may be enough space for a baseball to fit through. I guess an arm could fit through as well, if it were thin enough. Then he probably used magic that makes you slim and keep the fat off. Ganta no can use magic. Oh, I can use magic. Those two never have anything important to say. What's the matter, Suichi? Nothing. Just something I want to confirm. I'm gonna try sliding the door one more time. As Suichi peeked through the gap of the sliding door, he muttered, I thought so. Look, you can see the rear entrance to the library from here. This door and the rear entrance are located straight across from one another. Yeah. So what? I'm not sure if it matters yet, but it is a little concerning. Concerning how? Yeah, I was concerned about it. I think we investigated everything here too. And what should we do next? For now, let's ask others questions. There are still people we haven't talked to. This would be done with if we had the pictures. We wouldn't have to waste our time like this. We'd already know who the mastermind is. That's true, but we shouldn't wait around and do nothing. Alright, let's talk to frickin' Kaito. I can't believe that happened right next door to our strategy meeting. Kaito, can you tell me more about this strategy meeting of yours? You gathered everyone to meet in the basement, right? What? Am I one of your suspects now? You are. I'm suspicious of you, Kaito. No, that's not what I'm... No, it's natural that you're suspicious of me. But I'm not the culprit. I swear it on the universe. I've got nothing to hide, so you can ask me anything. Alright. Now that we have the chance, let's look back at the entire incident together. Kaito went to the scene with us, so he might have noticed something we missed. Alright then, where should we start? After Kaede and I set up the cameras, we were keeping watch from the classroom. Some time passed, and then we saw you guys go down to the basement. When did you start asking people to go with you? I don't remember the exact time, but I asked them one by one, and we all went there together. That's when we saw you. Yeah, all of you guys. Now that I think about it, the monitors started going off just before that. That creepy music made it hard to keep the strategy meeting going. I want to confirm what you told me so far. Everyone went to the game room for this meeting and no one went to the library, right? Yeah, we went straight to the game room, but after we went inside, Ganta went to the AV room and wouldn't come out. Yeah, Maki told me about that. After that, during the meeting, Rantaro left to go to the bathroom. But we thought it'd be bad if the meeting stopped, so me and Tenko went to get him back. They don't even let him go to the bathroom. And that's when we met up with you guys. There's no bathroom on this floor though. So that was obviously a lie. We got down to the basement because the security sensor receiver went off. And right when I was about to open the library door, you guys called out to us. So after you and Tenko left the game room, Himiko and Maki were still there, right? Yeah, I can guarantee it. However, I can't guarantee that Ganta was in here the whole time. So we can't confirm Ganta's alibi yet. The library's rear entrance is at the end of the hallway, correct? Did you see anyone there? Well, I didn't get a good look, but I'm sure I would have noticed if someone was there. Then I opened the door to the library with you guys and found Rintaro's dead body. That's just about how it went. We didn't learn any new information though. So I'm not clear to suspicion yet, huh? I mean, if you're with Tenko the whole time... don't worry, you're not a likely suspect. Hey, that's not something a detective should say. Huh? If you suspect me, you better pursue it to the end. Investigate until you're satisfied. If you don't do that, you'll never reach the truth. Rantaro will have died for no reason. This is where you need to let your ultimate talent shine. Suichi. Anyway, if you notice something or remember anything, let us know. Well, I'm not planning on leaving it all to you guys. I'll investigate my own way. It's a screen for the projector, but the projector is turned off. If you roll up the screen, you could use it as a long pole of sorts. That's an interesting thing he's saying. So what? I was just thinking that it could be used for something. So, I mean, there's a trick where they use the pole outside of the rear door of the AV room to open the door to the library, which would do what? Unless the mastermind knows about the cameras, and where they're located. What would that accomplish? I don't know. Okay, interesting. Used how? Sometimes you say some weird things, Luigi. Must be a detective quirk of yours. Ah, you think so? Sorry, you can treat it as me talking to myself. Okay, I didn't get a truth bullet for that, so maybe it's not important at all. Red herring! Yeah, that was the same. Get out of here. Oh, poster bucket. There's some posters rolled up with rubber bands in a cylindrical bucket. There's some movie poster? They're all the same too. I took a poster out and unrolled it. Ooh, Ultra Despair Girls! Ultra Despair Girls 2, coming soon? Is this an actual thing? Interesting. It looks like a game, but I've never heard of it before. A high school girl with a megaphone and a serial killer. Sounds like some lame spin-off. Is this one of Monokuma's pranks? Probably. Nice reference. I bet this huge speaker produces some high-quality sound. That's not relevant now. Where you're at? Put all the movies crammed into the bookcase. Oh, The Legend of 1900. I've always wanted to see this film. Or is it 1900? The one with the pianist that has eyes like dead fish? This film won awards for its phenomenal music. US audiences were moved to tears. Well, Americans do tend to get emotional. What else do they have here? I grabbed a movie at random and the case was covered with pictures of naked men and women. Find there any movies over there? Nothing suspicious over here. Let's go look somewhere else. What's wrong? Did you see something? I said it's nothing. There's nothing here but a bunch of movies. I mean, movies. Kaede, you're panicking. It's okay if you found a clue, you can tell me. Here, let me look. A couple minutes later, we're both looking down at the floor with beet red faces. You know, just normal stuff at a school. I told you. Let's investigate something else. Of course, Kaede finds the dude stuff. Okay, let's talk to Himiko. The culprit is definitely Ganta. He's suspicious no matter how you look at it. No, it's too early to determine that. There are a lot of things to consider. Really? Even so, it's definitely Ganta. He's suspicious no matter how you look at it. No. Why don't you help investigate before you decide that, Himiko? Investigating is a pain. Ganta's suspicious no matter how you look at it. My god, you keep saying the same thing. You need to investigate before you decide that. Hell, use your magic for all I care. Magic shouldn't be used like that. It'll lead to corruption. And stop being so lazy and put some actual effort into solving this. Ganta watching a bug movie to fill Ganta with fight, so Ganta can fight Monokuma. Ganta need focus to fill up with fights, so Ganta locked door. That sounds like a lie. If you don't tell the truth, I'll blow your clues off with magic. If Ganta naked in public, then Ganta never become gentleman. Himiko, shut up. Stop saying ridiculous things. Ganta just want to protect everyone, really. Why no one believe Ganta? Ganta feels so pathetic. Alright, let's get out of here. I want to find Tenko. Oh, there she is. Oh, Tenko, I wanted to ask you something. We asked Tenko about what happened in the game, but she only confirmed what Maki had told us and didn't provide any new information. I see. I knew it. Ganta would be the most suspicious since he locked himself in the AV room. Not to mention he's also a male. Are you submitting that as evidence? By the way, how has your investigation been going? I haven't done any investigating. Hey, the degenerate, don't give me that face. I've been doing something else. I've been watching Angie. Oh yeah, I forgot Angie was here, wasn't she? Wait. She said that Maki and Himiko are together, but where did Angie go? We agreed to investigate with one other person, right? But Angie's just been wandering around alone. Oh, so that's why you're with Angie. I don't want to suspect anyone either, but girls' lives are at stake here. For an investigation like this to work, we have to trust each other. Oh, she does not look happy right now. Don't act all high and mighty with me, you two-faced degenerate. Sorry, that wasn't my intention. Alright, Tenko, you were useful. Oh, there's Angie. Is this the last piece of the puzzle? You're not gonna investigate, Angie? Investigating is important, but I gotta say my prayers to Atua too. Please let Rentaro enter heaven and safe and sound. I suppose the prayer couldn't hurt. Rentaro died in such a gruesome way. Would he be able to go to heaven in peace? It'd be nice if he could. I'll pray hard. If I pray hard enough, I'll earn enough points to become a platinum disciple. Sounds like a credit card rewards program. This door only opens a crack. In front of me is the library's rear entrance, and this door here connects to the AV room. I still haven't talked to some people yet. I need to go find them. Alright. I saw something. Oh, there it is. So this duct connects to the library from the classroom next to the stairs. But Suichi and I were on the lookout in the classroom. I doubt anyone could have passed through here. Okay. Just checking. I guess I should go in here again. Okay, everyone's in here. Katie, Suichi, I would like to ask you two a question. You're on the lookout inside this classroom, right? Yeah, from here we can keep an eye on the basement, and it was close to the library too. That's our alibi. We were both in this classroom when the murder occurred. I see, then the probability that you two committed the crime is extremely low. By the way, were you two together the entire time? We weren't. No, I did leave for a bit to see what was happening in the basement. But besides that, we were together the whole time until the receiver went off. That's right. Lookout classroom, alright. Is that all you wanted to ask? May I ask you one more question, specifically about that vent? It appears to be connected to this classroom. The air duct in the basement hallway leads to it. Yes, I was also concerned about this vent. That's why we kept watching this classroom. Because the culprit wouldn't be able to use this vent if we were in here on lookout. Under those circumstances, it would be difficult to sneak into the library from here. I already stacked up books in front of the library vent as well. With those in the way, it would be even harder for someone to go in and out. I'll be sure to save that important piece of information to my memory bank. Nice. I hope my line of questioning has not offended either of you. It is necessary so that we may find the truth. Ibo, you sounded totally like a detective or a lawyer just now. Oh, maybe you were a detective or a lawyer in a past life. He's a robot, Kaede? Past life? How could I have a past life when I'm not made of human components? Past programming. Let me guess, you wish to hear my alibi, yes? How'd you know? My appearance and actions thus far suggest I am someone who would commit a murder. At least he's self-aware. So to briefly state the truth, when the body discovery announcement was playing, I was in the dining hall eating supper. The other people there were with me were Miyu, Kirumi, and Sumumi. Kawanaka prepared the meal for me. It was listed on the menu as pasta that tastes like a lonely old lady eating her grandkid's birthday cake. That pasta sounds depressing. That concludes my alibi. I do hope it can be of some help. And what about the people around you? Did you notice anything in particular? If there was something to know, it would be that Miyu was tinkering with something or other. There was also a brief period of time where Sumugi left to use the restroom. The restroom, huh? Interesting. Well, Sumugi is the ultimate cosplayer. What does that mean? She could have gone to the bathroom to secretly disguise herself as someone else. Okay? Someone else, but who? I don't know, but I'll go talk to her. She could be at the crime scene in the library. Alright. For the Kiyo's account? No money? Let's ask these two. Oh, okay. Did we check this? Oh, I didn't ask Kibo, huh? What were you doing and where during body discovery announcement? Ah, my alibi. Oh. What is this? Is he like going back to his past recordings? Are you glitching right now? No, I'm just searching for the right words. In all honesty, I was alone in my room, so I bet my alibi is not altogether reliable. So you don't have an alibi. But Ryoma said he was in his room alone too. Way to throw him under the bus. That was not my intention. I see. Both Kibo and Ryoma don't have an alibi. That means it's possible one of those two is the mastermind. Am I under suspicion because I don't have an alibi? No, I wouldn't suspect you just because you don't have an alibi. I'm not saying that because you're a robot or anything. I'm not robophobic at all. Thank you very much, but you don't need to be so PC. Putting aside the thing about Tsumugi, now we know everyone's alibi. Wait, do we? Did we talk to everyone? What about Kokichi? We don't need to ask him, he was definitely alone. Ah, everyone we talked to hadn't seen him, so no one would corroborate his alibi, right? That means he must have been alone. Alright, I guess that's why you're the detective and I'm not. Okay, sure. Well, if we don't have to talk to him, that'll be easier on us. I'm guessing I don't have to go to the dining room. But, oh, I see a person here. There's Kokichi. Let's talk to him anyways. Investigating together, are we? You two sure have gotten awfully chummy. Where is your partner? Are you here alone, Kokichi? Yeah, why? We all agreed to investigate with at least one other person. Oh, did we? Well, just because we agreed doesn't mean we have to do it, right? Why would you do something that would make everyone suspicious of you? Because I'm an evil supreme leader, remember? I'm supposed to be suspicious. Anyway, there's something I wanted to ask you. What were you doing at the time Antara was killed? Oh, an interrogation from the ultimate detective himself. What a rare opportunity. Then I'll gladly answer. To tell you the truth, I was in the library smashing Antara's head. Hey, it's going around and take this seriously. Why? Do I really need to tell you guys what I was doing? What? If I gave you an honest answers now, it'd just make everything boring, right? I'd rather just tell you at the class trial. That would be way more fun. The trial's gonna be boring anyway since we'll have photo evidence. What are you saying? I'm just saying this is a game. Let's have some fun with it. This isn't a game. Antara was murdered. All their lives are at stake. Exactly. It's a game of life or death. I'm so excited. I want the class trial to start already. Is Kokichi actually enjoying the situation? Figures. It's like Nagito, he didn't really enjoy things, I feel like. But he was just like all weird. He was just enamored with everyone, I guess. Although, he was enamored with them and also shit-talking how dumb they were because everyone was stupid. And Nagito's actually super smart. Ah, Nagito was amazing. Kokichi is like amazing in a different way. In a trolly way. Which I can personally appreciate. Okay, so Ryoma has no alibi. Let's just follow the logical train of thought and talk to Tsumugi. Hey Tsumugi, I need to ask you something. She looked like she's busy thinking about something. She won't talk to me. Okay, but that's no excuse to give up. I grabbed the hem of Tsumugi's skirt and began to lift it slowly. Of course she did. I'm gonna lift your skirt, Tsumugi. You okay with that? Wait, Kaede. You either talk or I'm gonna lift your skirts for Suichi to see. And then I'm gonna tie your shirt or your skirt around your head so everyone can see your panties. I understand. I just need to talk, right? Oh, it took you long enough. Well, I can't let Suichi's innocent eyes get dirty. No, they won't get dirty. He wants to see. Are you saying you've seen dirtier, Suichi? What did you want to talk about? I'm gonna cut to the chase, since you're the ultimate cosplayer. That means you could disguise yourself as anyone, even one of us, right? So that's what you think of me. Well, since we're in this situation, I'll be clear. I can only cosplay fictional characters. I don't cosplay real people, or rather, I can't. You can't? Isn't it easy just to wear someone else's clothes as a disguise and... Cosplay isn't a disguise. Sorry. Well, you'll probably have a hard time believing me if I just say it, so I'll show you. Show me how. Come on, Kaede. He grabbed my hand and dragged me to the girls' bathroom on the first floor. And then stripped me and wore my clothes. Are you gonna punch me or tie me up? Now, there's no way I do a thing like that. Now hurry up and take your clothes off. What? Why? Well, because I'm gonna cosplay as you, of course. Now give me your clothes. But... Come on, hurry up. I slowly undressed and handed my clothes to Tsumugi. After telling me to look the other way, I waited while she changed into my clothes. Okay, now you can look. Huh? A gross bumpy rash had spread across Tsumugi's body. Wait, what? Cosbox. Okay, alright, interesting. This is convenient for her. Definitely interesting. We exchanged our clothes, then returned to the library where Suichi was waiting. She's crying. Kaede, what's wrong? Sumuki couldn't have disguised herself. You understand since you saw the cosbox, right? Cosplay is love. You breathe life into characters. It's almost like you're summoning them from fiction into the real world, like an oracle channeling the gods. That's why I can cosplay various characters from across the wide world of fiction. But it's impossible to cosplay as someone who exists in the real world. Because that's not cosplay, it's just impersonating someone. I really didn't need that long explanation. Bing bong. This chime. It's time, you bastards. The time for the long-awaited class trial. No, it's not. We were just announcing that the photos are ready. Don't interrupt me. Anyway, I'll be waiting at the warehouse. Hey, does my face look weird to you? Has my face always looked this weird? Did you hear that, Suichi? The pictures have finally been developed. Let's go. Come on, get a move on. Oh, wait, Kaede. Oh, we're out of there. I ran as fast as I could to the school warehouse. I couldn't stay put knowing that the truth was so close at hand. I feel like we're gonna be disappointed somehow. I ran a full sprint to the warehouse. Wait, Kaede, you shouldn't get so worked up. Why are you so hesitant? I can't help it, we're so close to learning the truth. We're gonna find out who the mastermind is. Mochi. Oh, you came. Sure did. I came to see you, Toots. You're as lovely as always. Oh, Monosuke, you're such a flirt. Ah, may I join you for a drink? Drink as much as you want. I've got cash to burn. Thank you. Excuse me, can we get a bottle here? This is great. Hey, how long are you guys gonna do this for? Take these. No. It's all the photos. They're separated in envelopes for each camera. Use them to take that bastard down. It's all up to you now. Dead. I'm so rich, what's a journalist gonna do about it? Nothing, that's what. By the way, Monofani, wanna get out of here after your shift ends? I want a fancy steak dinner. What's your name and age? Home district? Salary? Do you have another job? Time for water. Anyway, looks like we have the pictures now. Yeah, finally. Whoa, everyone's here. Kaede, are those the developed photos? The culprit should be in those photos, right? How exciting, I want to see the dumb look on the culprit's face. Alright, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the photos taken by the camera near the front entrance first. The envelope says front entrance has a total of 4 pictures. Let's see the first picture. This is when we arrived at the library, so I took a picture then. Yeah, this is right before we found Rantaro's body. That's a pretty bad picture of me, but don't focus on it too much, okay? Okay, this picture looks fairly normal. Rest assured, we do not care. Alright, let's go to the next one. This is... It's a picture of us running into the library after we heard Tenko scream. Okay, so Ganto was first. That doesn't help us at all. Hurry up and show us the next picture. Okay. This is everyone else who came to the library after the body discovery announcement. Okay. Everyone pictured here, myself included, was on our way to the basement. So we got there a bit late. Hey, these are all the pictures of when we found the body. There's one more photo of the front entrance, correct? Yeah, let's take a look at that one. Okay, come on. Huh? Suichi? Sorry, looks like I tripped one of the sensors and now it's removing the cameras. Ah, right. What are you saying? This picture doesn't seem to have any clues that'll help us either. So that means no one came through the front door? Okay. Neither Rantaro nor anyone else who could be the culprit are in the photos. Did they both enter through the back door then? Let's examine the photos taken by the camera near the rear entrance then. Only 2 photos were taken by their camera pointed at the rear entrance. Hopefully those 2 are the culprit and Rantaro, otherwise we're F, right? Let's see the first picture. Ah, Rantaro. Looks good. So Rantaro went into the rear entrance, perhaps so no one would see him. I thought it may be possible that he was moved to the library after being murdered. But that does not appear to be the case. That means he was killed in the library after going there of his own free will. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Maybe we'll show the mastermind. Of course it's Suichi. Sorry, me again. This was from when I was removing the camera. What an attention hog. He had no choice. To remove the cameras, he had to be close to the sensors. That's all for the rear entrance, just these 2 photos. Right? It is basically like a locked room murder. Huh. Culprit not in rear entrance photo either. What does this mean? They're not in either the front or rear entrance pictures. Yeah, that's pretty odd. Why isn't there a picture of the mastermind entering? Hey Suichi, don't you think that's weird? Let's look at the pictures from the hidden door camera. That might tell us something. Oh yeah. The camera should have captured the moment the mastermind opened the door. I hope that was the case as I removed the photos from the envelope. There are 2 photos, great! So the first one's gonna be like Rantaro, the second one's gonna be Suichi again, right? Oh, Rantaro. So the one that took a picture of the rear was like above, so would the bookcase have gotten in the way? No, it shouldn't have. Otherwise it would have taken a picture of the bookcase moving, right? I don't know. Interesting. But if Rantaro was the one who moved the bookcase, then he must have known about the hidden door. Could the culprit have gone into the hidden door? Yes, that is a possibility. For now, let us see the next picture. There's one remaining, isn't there? Yeah, here it is. What? Huh? What's Rantaro doing? looks like he's reaching for the camera. Maybe he was trying to remove it, right? So he did notice it. That's why he was there. That's what I was thinking. That's my guess. You can't see there's anyone behind him though. I think I figured it out. I mean, it seems really unlikely my idea, but if you had the shot put ball, right? And you use like that screen to open the door, you could like throw the ball through the gap of the door, through the gap of the other door, and hit Rentaro. Seems unlikely, especially since the bookcase is in the way. But that's like a possibility I see in my head. There's like not really any evidence of anything else though. I did notice something while I was removing the camera. Oh, okay. The security sensor for this camera was switched off. Oh. Ah, interesting. So he switched it off. No, but then someone would have to spin in the room to murder Rantaro without using any of the doors and then exit. Ryoma does seem suspicious. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's see what else we can find out. In that case, this photo was likely taken just before the sensor was turned off. That would mean Rentaro noticed it. He saw our hidden camera. Moving the bookcase triggers the sensor, which in turn activates the camera, right? The bookcase appears to have already been moved, so why did the sensor activate? Huh. That's a good question. How come they're not in any of the photos? This last photo must have been taken shortly before Rantaro was killed. If so, then the culprit should be pictured right behind him in this photo. I don't see him there. Then why is the culprit nowhere to be seen? Hidden door photos. That's all the photos. So we gain no new clues and we still don't know who the culprit is. What a fucking waste. Did she really develop all the photos? Maybe she got rid of the ones that showed the culprit. No, we're making her come back. How rude. I developed all the film that I was given. I swear by my almighty dad that I did. Those are all the photos from the hidden camera, so relax and get to deducing. These are seriously all the pictures? You gotta be kidding me, the culprit's not in any of them. I mean, technically, we're in all the pictures, so the culprit must be in all the pictures. Or at least one of the pictures. The culprit didn't go to the library, how did they kill Rantaro? So this must be what they call a perfect crime. A perfect crime? Oh man, I've only been slacking off because I thought the photos would reveal the culprit. You should have been helping us investigate. Oh, by the way. Rantaro had his monopad the whole time, didn't he? Do you think anything was in it? His student handbook did not contain much in the way of pertinent information. I doubt it has anything to do with the case. He simply had his monopad with him. Maybe we should investigate that. I inspected his monopad, but I didn't find anything suspicious about it. Oh, okay. Oh man, so it's got nothing to do with the case. How confusing. Strange. That's strange. Kaede, are you okay? Why? Why aren't they in the pictures? If the mastermind had these photos, it would have solved everything. So, why the hell? Kaede?
お待ちかねの学級裁判の時間だよ。お前ら、中庭にある裁きの祠までちゃっちゃと集合してください。ほら、緑の壁に囲まれた赤い扉があったでしょ。あの扉の奥だよ。
Where is
そ
it?
こからお前らを素敵な学級裁判場へとご案内します。ぷぷぷ。じゃあ、また後でね。そうね。
Seems we have no choice but to continue this discussion at the class trial. I don't want to go. What a pain. You're scared? An NPC like you has nothing to be scared of. It'll be fine. I just feel like my back is up against the wall. We just need to expose the mastermind in this class trial. And then everything, including this killing game, will come to an end. That's right. Let's find this mastermind, and if it's a man, let's beat him to death. Isn't beating them to death going a bit far? Everyone followed Monokuma's instructions and walked towards the courtyard. Luigi, look at this. The shot put ball is pretty heavy. The athletes who have to hurl these things are pretty impressive. Right? Like, we know the murder weapon. It also could have been Ryoma, because didn't he kill people using, like, a tennis ball or some crap? I forget. I forget what its story was. Could have been him too. Or Miyu, because she has robots and stuff like that. Kaede, really, are you okay? Sorry, I didn't mean to worry you. I'm just so shocked. I really thought that everything would be resolved once we looked at the photos. But I can't give up. I can still expose the mastermind in this class trial. Then everything, even this killing game, will come to an end. I'm okay now, Suichi. Let's go. It's the red door in the courtyard, right? Alright, let's go. Let's save. Oh, I guess we're going here. What courtyard? What is it? Is the courtyard? Oh, there it is. I see it. Am I missing anything? Any hidden Monokumas? Shrine of Judgment. It's this red door, right? Kaede, I have one more question. Do you really think it's one of us? Not just the culprit, but the mastermind as well? But isn't that what you told me, Tsuichi? Yes, but it's just... that was my only deduction. I don't know if I should trust that. Well, I don't know if it's true either, but that's why we need to confirm it. If you just dismiss the possibility and look at the other way around without confirming anything, then you're just turning your back on the truth. What's the matter, Suichi? You seemed so sure of yourself during the investigation. Let's go. I'm sure they're waiting for us inside. So this is the Shrine of Judgment. Careful, anyone. If bad things happen, get behind Gonta. Then give me a piggyback ride. Carry me. Oh my god, you're so fucking annoying. So are we doing the class trial here or what?
Yeah.
No, Monokuma made it sound like we'd be guided somewhere from here. But Monokuma's nowhere to be seen. What's going on? Well, let's talk to everyone.
大丈夫だよ。
Don't worry about my cospox. It goes away as soon as I stop trying to cosplay real people. Oh, I wonder, if I still have cospox, could I get a note and be excused from the class trial? I guess that's out of the question. Kanto do his best. Let's work together and get out of here. Don't worry, even if we gotta do a class trial or whatever, I'll do something about it. Yeah, sure. You better get ready, this is nowhere for us to run. Sorry for what I said before, this is important and I... Poor Suichi. It's finally happening! I can't wait to see what's in store for us! Where the hell are they gonna guide us? There's nowhere else to go. Behind the waterfall, obviously. Get your jacked up looking face out of my sight. Goddamn runt. Those who will be judged and those who cast judgment. There are two sides of one coin. I wonder what awaits us on the other side of this fog of deception. Those photos were a bust, so how are we supposed to find the culprit now? Roma said something suspicious, didn't he? He said that the sensor's on top of the bookcase, but did we tell him that? I don't remember. An intriguing air surrounds that Monokuma statue. It's annoying me to no end. If Monokuma's not gonna show up, then can we just go back? Oh, he'll show up. I'm sorry, I can't even posit a guess as to who the culprit might be. But I haven't given up, I assure you, we will avenge Rantaro. My determination is maximum. I will avenge Rantaro. That Monokuma statue is absurd. Even Hatua agrees. He says it should be replaced with a more divine statue. Alright, statue. Oh, there we go. What? Of course it's behind the waterfall. It's always behind the waterfall. Is this an elevator? Does he want us to board it? I don't wanna. I don't do scary rides. I don't wanna get on it either. Stay behind then. Though I'm sure that'll just be worse for you in the end. I know. However, if everyone wishes to run away, I will cooperate as well. That's probably not a good idea. There's nowhere to run. As long as that end wall exists, escape's not an option. It'll be fine. Let's all work together. Remember our promise? We're gonna escape this place and remain good friends afterwards. So let's do it. I'm sure we'll be alright. Because we make such an incredible team. Oh, I wouldn't be able to call myself a man if I was still scared after hearing a girl say that. Don't you mean die? Don't say something ominous like that. We've come so far already. We just gotta do it. So let's do it. We have no choice. We can't turn back now. Determined, we all stepped forward. Even as we walked together toward the elevator, I was shaking with an anxious dread. But I kept going, because I decided to fight. And then everyone had boarded the elevator. Ah, this classic scene.
随分と深く潜るんですね。
落ちていく。僕らはどこまで落ちていくのだろうね。
なんだか急にトイレに行きたくなってきたわい。
どうぞ遠慮なさらずに。
Oh, yes, of
さす
course.
が羞恥心のないロボットは言うことが違うね。
As we waited to reach our destination, I whispered to Suichi.
あのさ、犀原くん、さっきの話の続きなんだけどさ。真実を知るのが怖い気持ちってきっと誰にでもあると思う。でも真実を見つけた人だけがその先の運命を選ぶことができるんだよ。何が嘘で何が真実かわからないままだと何かを選ぶこともできないし、きっと自分が選んだことすらわからないままだと思う。だから怖くても戦わないとダメだよ、真実と。君はそれができる人なんだからさ。
Eddie's a pretty good leader, huh?
それでも怖い時は遠慮なく他人の力を借りればいいんじゃないかな。
It's kind of interesting. It's like normally the main character is the one that gets all the encouragement. Feels like we're kind of playing the secondary character, and Suichi's the one where is like the true star.
自分だけじゃなくて他の人のためだと思うともう少しだけ力が湧いてくると思うよ。私もそうだったからね。コンクールで吐きそうなほど緊張してる時、いつも頭に浮かべていたのは私のピアノを聴いて笑顔になってくれた人たちのことだったからさ。赤松さん、じゃあ行こうか。こういう嫌なことはサクッと終わらせちゃおうよ。
Those words were mainly for me, to inspire me so I would not turn back. After some time, the elevator finally came to a halt. The door slowly opened to reveal what awaited us on the other side.
Why?
The class trial is finally starting. Finally a game that actually feels like a game. Just as the prophecy foretold. Listen up. From here on, things are gonna get so violent you wish you could turn back. That's not true. There won't be any gory or violent scenes. I'm positive.
これは
This is an authentic replica of a courtroom. What bad taste.
もう
Why are you making us do this? Is this fun for you?
最高にポップだね。
Putting strangers in life or death scenarios is the best entertainment.
最低ですね。うぷぷ。
Worst or not, those who have fun are the real winners in this world. It doesn't matter what terrible things you do or are done to you, as long as you're having fun.
そっか。
Wow, this is so sickening and so much refreshing. So how do we get this game going?
さてと、
There are podiums over there. Please stand behind the one with your name on it. Oh yes, this music. Oh yeah. Following Monokuma's instructions, we headed to our respective podiums. As I walked toward my podium, an image of his body flashed in my mind. Rantaro. He died without knowing his own ultimate talent. No, he was murdered by some horrible low-life scumbag. I'll never forgive his killer. That's why we're going to expose the mastermind and end this killing game. That's all I can do for Rantaro now. His killer is in the room with us. The mastermind who's controlling Monokuma and forcing us to play this killing game. I don't think I'll ever be fully prepared to find out who that person is. We'll have to find out who it is so we can lift our suspicions of each other. So we can end this killing game. That's why I'm here. I can't show any fear here. I must fight until the bitter end. I will face this life or death class trial. You want to save? I do. Alright. Let's see if we can finish the class trial. Alright, cool. Oh yes, this music too. Change difficulty? No. Look at our skills. Oh, yes. So I have 17 skill points. Increases maximum influence a little, effective during all parts of fast trial, can't be combined with any blah blah blah, okay? Increases focus a little. Lost in thoughts. Slightly increases the time limit in each phase. Alright, that sounds good. Increases the amount of influence recovered by right answers. Makes vertical shake less. Oh, that's probably good too. Downshift. Slows speed of reticle. Increases speed of reticle. Trigger happy. Increases the delay after using truth bullets or truth blades. Neutral liberation. Focus gauge change slower. Slowly recovers influence gauge while concentrating. And during fever time. Everything costs so much! Oh, what should I choose? Oh no, Mind's Eye. Reveals V points. What are V points? Silences all conversations except those the reticle is on. Instantly silences loud voices. Keyword in the first speaker's argument will be shown from the start. The entire screen will light up more frequently. Hangman's Gambit, oh boy. This is the amount of letter cubes that can be acquired at once. Psyche Taxi, oh my god. Makes it easier to push the opponent back during Blade Lock. Oh my god. Safety first, removes the time penalty for breaking a non-erasable piece. The tension gauge will increase at a faster rate. So, I feel like all the ones that are effective through all parts of the class trial will be good. Get it. Sensitive influence. With extra focus. Non-stop debates and choices. Increasing our influence. That means we won't die. Vertical shake less. That might be good. Trigger happy. Decreases the delay after using truth bullets or truth blade. I don't know if that's good or not. Okay, we're gonna take the influence increase. I don't know. I mean, we shouldn't take damage because we won't get stuff wrong, right? Because we're smart, maybe. Let's take Cool and Compose then. Set it and forget it. Okay, cool. Can I save? I can save here. Alright, now let's look at our bullets. Okay, I read this. Blunt force trauma to the back of the skull resulted in cranial fractures and immediate death. So it's to the back of the skull, not the top or anything. Because my other theory was that instead of the ball being thrown, it was dropped. Alright. Gonna take the classroom vent on first floor. The great vent was still propped open, exactly the way Kaede left it when they set up the hidden cameras. One of the bookcases in the far left end of the library, after it's been moved, the automatically shuts itself to the original place. Bookcase moved back to its original place right before Kaede and Tsushi found the body. The dust Tsuchi planted in the hidden door card reader. When it was checked during the investigation, the dust was exactly left the way it was originally set up. Bloody shot put ball. It seems to be the same shot put balls in the warehouse. And Tara's belongings. He had the key to his dorm room and a monopad. Library books could not fit in the bookcase and were set stacked on top of them. Nothing was changed since Suichi and Kaede had placed the hidden cameras. The books Kaede stacked in front of the vent were left exactly the way they were. Promotional video BGM. It was on full volume until the murder occurred. Receiver and Suichi. Sensors placed on a moving bookcase, so in case someone moved the bookcase, it would notify Suichi. Lucky's account. Okay, this is just about Ganto locking himself, and when Tara went to the bathroom, and then Kaito and Tenko left. The only people left in the game room when the murder happened were these three, Maki, Angie, and Himiko. Sliding door that leads to the hallway. The door is poorly made and only opens wide enough to slip an arm through. It would have been difficult for a person to enter and exit through it. Oh. It's faced straight to the library rear's entrance. Kaede and Suichi were on lookout. Although Suichi left briefly to check the basement, those two were together the entire time until the receiver went off. Okay. Both Kaede and Suichi were on watch until the security alarm went off. It was not possible for anyone to sneak into the library by going through the vent. Okay, Kyo, Miu, Kirumi, and Tsumugi were in the dining hall. Miu was in the middle of building a remote-controlled gadget. Tsumugi had briefly gone to the bathroom and returned to the dining room shortly after. Okay. Ibo and Ryoma were in their own rooms, yeah. 4 photos taken. Yeah, we looked at that. It's just the people that went through the door. 2 photos, Rantaro coming in, and Suichi. Yep, and then second photo is Rantaro removing the camera and turning out the sensor. Alright, that's all we have. Let's do it. Mean.
ではでは、最初に学級裁判の簡単な説明をしておきましょう。学級裁判では誰が犯人かを議論し、その結果はお前らの投票により決定されます。正しい黒を指摘できれば黒だけがお仕置きですが、もし黒以外の全員がお仕置きされ、生き残った黒だけが最終学園から卒業できます。ちなみに必ず誰かに投票してくださいね。
Oh,
投票し
interesting.
ない人には死が与えられちゃうんだからね。というわけで、クレイジーマックスな学級裁判の開幕です。
始まっちゃったね。
裁判なんて久しぶりだな。
あ、経験はあるんだね。
まあね、悪の相当だから。今まで悪いことばっかりしてきてるから。
で、どうすりゃいいんだ？何から始めんだよ。
裁判なんてどうやって進めればいいのかよくわからないよ。
まずは落ち着きましょう。こういう時はおかしですよ。押さない、かけない、喋らない。
That's not gonna help.
喋らないと話し合いになりません。
進め方なんて気にする必要ないわ。これは普通の裁判とは違うんだから。容疑者も弁護士も検事も裁判員も務めるのは全て私たち自身。それなら私たちのやり方で進めるしかないわ。
だったら僕から議題を提供しようか。
急にしゃしゃり出てくるんじゃねえ、このうんこ製造機が。
Miu.
まずは話を聞いてみようよ。
言いました。みんなの話を聞くことが大事だと。
That's helpful.
はちゃんと話を聞ける子じゃぞ。 血が出るほど耳掃除してきたからな。
じゃあ喋らせてもらおうかな。僕はずっと疑問に思ってるんだけどさ、犯人は初回得点で外に出られたにもかかわらず、なぜそれをしなかったんだろうね。
私気になります。
That doesn't help us find the
よっ
culprit
ぽど
though.
学級裁判がしたかったんだろうな。
だったら犯人はモノクマだな。誰よりも学級裁判を従ってたからな。やったー、これで決まりだぜ。俺様天才。
でもよ、モノクマが犯人なんてありえんのか？
もちろんありえないよ。僕はお前らに直接手を出したりしないもん。
あなた自身はそうだとしても、あなたを操ってる誰かは別だよね。モノクマを操ってる首謀者なら天海君を殺すことができたはずだよね。
首謀者？何それ？
おいら、首謀者なんて知らないな。
聞いたこともないわね。とぼけたってダメだよ。あなたたちを操っている首謀者って誰なの？
Yeah, just tell me. Come on.
首謀者か。この中にいる可能性が高いって話だったら。
俺はみんなと同じ意見でキーボーだと思うよ。
皆さんも同じ意見なんですか？
絶対に突き止めてみせるからね。
I really want to learn more about Kibo.
でも首謀者を突き止める前に、まずは犯人を突き止めないとね。
So you're changing the topic that you brought up.
とりあえず事件の状況を整理する
Oh,
ところ
thank
か
you,
ら始め
Suichi.
ない？
You're saving us, getting us back on track.
天海くんが死んだ状況を振り返って、まずは何が問題かをはっきりさせてみようよ。
そうだね。超高校級の探偵の犀原くんが言うなら間違いないよ。
それじゃ始めましょうか。改めて事件を振り返ってみましょう。
Alright, let's do this. We can find the mastermind if we work together. When this cast trial is over, we'll know exactly who the mastermind is. Probably not. And now the class trial has begun. As things progress during each class trial, non-stop debates will occur. Weak spot. During non-stop debates, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions in their statements. Truth cylinder, truth blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Influence gauge, time, yeah. Focus is E. F1 confirm truth bullet. Why is it F1? Why is it F1? Escape, fast forward, argument, bullet select, move vertical, shoot truth bullets. I assume I don't have to confirm truth bullet. That's an annoying keybind. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions in your statements. You have to use the truth bullets you gathered to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during the investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Move the mouse to aim the reticle and left-click the fire. Aim for the goal words displayed in their statements. Those are the weak spots. There's a chance that the lies or contradictions are hiding within those weak spots. Remember, you might not be able to refute them all, so you have to use the right truth bullet. Compare everyone's statements to the truth bullets you have, and shoot your truth bullet at the proper weak spot. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. Great. Oh, I almost forgot, the new element. During the trial, you can concentrate using the spacebar to make time slow down. Ah, spacebar, that's easier. This will also reveal a small red dot within weak spots called the V point. The V point. Just like the G spot, right? If you hit that with the correct truth bullet, you'll get an awesome V counter, bullseye. V counters really improve your score and the number of monocoins you earn. Oh. Okay. So I need to use spacebar then. During non-stop debates, press the F3 key, bring up the controls, give them a look. Bookcase and Taurus belongings.
天海さんの死体が発見されたのはタイムリミットの直前でしたね。
彼は図書室で殺害
He's
され
killed
て
in
い
the
た。
library, yes.
きっと一人で図書室に来た
He
ら
was
だ
alone in
ろ
the
う。
library.
犯人が後からこっちと
Hope
や
it
った
could
んだよ。
have snuck up on him.
どうして天海は図書室に行ったんだ？
あいつが動く本棚を開けていたのは隠し扉の存在を知ってたからだ。
Yeah, he did know about the hidden
つ
door.
まり天海が首謀者だったってことだ。
Shoot! Shoot! Fucking shoot! Oh, what the? Wait. Oh, I was pressing left click to shoot.
天海さんの死体が発見されたのはタイムリミットの直前でしたね。
図書室で殺害されていた。
きっと一人で図書室に来た乱闘を犯人が後からこっちとやったんだよ。
どうして天海は図書室に行ったんだ？
あいつが動く本棚を開けていたのは隠し扉の存在を知ってた。
Oh, okay, that's what it means by confirm.
つまり天海。
Oh, there we go.
それは違うよ。
Maybe that was my mouse being bad. I don't know. I did it.
ちょっと待って。やっぱり天海君は首謀者じゃないと思う。
I missed the line. Chicalio, yeah.
なんでだろう。
だって天海君は隠し扉を開けるカードキーを持ってなかったんだよ。もし彼が首謀者で隠し扉に入ろうとしていたならカードキーを持っているはずだよね。
犯人が天海君を殺した後でカードキーを持ち去ったのかもしれませんが。
でも隠し撮りした写真のどこにも天海君がカードキーを持った姿は写ってなかったよ。だからやっぱり彼はカードキーを持っていなかったんだと思う。
I mean, he has pockets, right?
それに首謀者が死んだならこの殺し合いだって終わってるはずだよね。
And the most obvious answer.
そうね。そう考えると彼が首謀者である可能性は低そうね。
だったら天海君はどうして隠し扉のことを知っていたのかな。
図書室を調べた時にたまたま見つけただけじゃない。犀原ちゃんと同じようにさ。
いや、首謀者にこっそり教えてもらったんじゃねえか？
Hmm.
首謀者が隠し扉の存在を教えたって？
To get him
何
alone,
の
right?
ため？
図書室に天海をおびき寄せて殺すためだ。
それって犯人は首謀者ということですか？
なるほど。それはありそうだね。首謀者なら赤松さんたちの罠のことを知っていても不自然じゃないからね。
I feel like that's true. He didn't have to know.
私たちの罠のことを。
Otherwise, he would have been caught in our trap.
今回の事件が完全犯罪になっているのは君らの隠しカメラのせいとも言えるでしょう。つまり首謀者は君らの罠を知った上でそれを自分の犯行に利用したんじゃないかな。
首謀者は天海をおびき寄せて殺した後、高松とダサイハラの隠しカメラを利用することで完全犯罪を成立させたってわけか。私たちの罠を利用して。あ、待って、完全犯罪なの？この事件の謎って解けないの？
早くもお手上げじゃな。
ちょっと諦めるのが早いって。犯人が首謀者ってことは分かってるんだし。だったらみんなで協力して首謀者を見つけようよ。そうすれば殺し合いだって終わるんだよ。
Yeah, let's do something
で
helpful.
もさ、みんなで協力っていう割には俺らの中に首謀
Damn
者
it, Kokichi. Stop it.
分かってるよ。ひどいってことくらい。だからこそ終わりにしたいんだよ。こんなひどいことはさ。殺し合いなんてふざけたゲームを終わらせるために私は首謀者をやっつけたいんだよ。そのためだったら私は学級裁判だって利用するよ。
赤松さん。
たとえ残酷な真実が待ってても立ち向かう覚悟はできてるみたいだね。だったら早速その残酷な真実ってやつを叩きつけちゃおうかな。実は俺分かっちゃったんだよね。
What?
天海
What?
さんを殺した犯人
I don't believe you. That's a lie.
なんだって？
なんであんたが驚いてんの？
だってもしこれで正解だったりしたら歴代学級裁判の最短記録を塗り替えちゃうよ。
ちなみに今までの最短記録ってどれくらいなの？そりゃもう早かったで。
あいつ風のように速かったよね。
だけどさ、何もあいつ自身が風にならなくてもよかったのにね。この季節になるとついあいつのことを思い出してまうな。なんであんな死に方しちまったんだ。一人で宇宙艦隊に突撃してるなんてかっこよすぎだろう。
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm blocking the subtitles, aren't I?
うるせえぞ、大事な話の最中だ。だってろ。ねえオーマ、犯人が分かったってのはマジ
I
な
need
の
to
か
fix
よ。
my freaking screen.
さっきの話だと犯人って赤松ちゃんたちの罠を知ってたんだよね。
Wait, let me see if I can fix it a little bit. Or maybe I can move myself somewhere else. Maybe over here is good? I don't know if that would be better. Let's see.
犯人がカメラに映ってねえのはそのせいだ。で、誰が犯人なんだよ。
つまり隠しカメラの罠を知ってたやつが犯人なんだよ。
だから誰なんだって。
お前だよ。
俺様か。
Hey, yeah, that's a good
だ
theory.
って罠
Kind
に
of.
使われたカメラってイルマちゃんが作ったんでしょ。
But she didn't know what we were gonna do with it.
カメラの死角とかも分かってるはずだよね。
カメラに映らないように図書室に忍び込むくらいは朝飯前ってわけか。
急に何言ってんだよ。俺様はカメラを作っただけで図書室に届けるなんて知らなかったし。
Why did I feel sorry for Miyu when she saw timid?
作れって言われたら何に使うか確認すると思うけどな。
ねえ、どうして確認しなかった？どうして？どうして？疲れてたんだって。徹夜だったからついうとうと寝ちゃって。
疑われた途端に反応が過敏だね。やましいことでもあるんじゃない？
やらしいことなんてしてねえよ。
I'm always like.
この割に大きな胸だとは言われるけど、イルマさんって強気な割に打たれ弱いよね。待って、見逃してよ。お金が欲しいの？言い訳も完全に悪党っぽくなってきましたよ。
Wow. Everyone's starting to suspect Miyu, but is that really okay? From here on, blue color weak spots will appear. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue points, these blue color weak spots will be called agree points. When shooting agree points, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire truth bullets to prove their testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their statement... Oh, is this... They're the same controls, right? Yeah. Oh, shoot is right click, apparently. They'll complement each other, resulting in a consent. From now on, you must infer whether it's best to agree or argue or agree based on what's being debated. Wait, how do I change? You can also V consent, so if you're confident, give that a shot. Thank you for your time. Respect belief system. Okay. I guess it just matters if it's orange or green or blue.
正直にゲロっちゃえば
Just made it
イルマちゃんが犯人なんでしょ
そんなわけねえだろ
本当に図書室の罠は知らなかったんですか
だから知らないんだってそもそも俺様は図書室に行ってねえんだ
Never went to the library. I think that's
カメラを
right.
作った張本人ならその資格も知り尽くしていたはずだぜ。
実はカメラも作ってねえんだ
Mi's so shaken up that she's starting to dig herself deeper with her own lies. I need to take her side. Rushing to judgment will only make things worse.
正直にゲロっちゃえば
Good, good, good,
イル
good.
マちゃんが犯人なんですよ
そんなわけねえだろ
本当に図書室の罠は知らなかったんですか
だから知らないんだってそもそも俺様は図書室に行ってねえんだ
Got it.
に賛成だよ
I know how to shoot now. Yay.
私もイルマさんは地下に行ってないと思うそうだよね新宮寺君
もちろんだよ。だって殺人が起きた時間
Yeah, guys.
イ
Duh.
ルマさんはずっと食堂にいたからね。僕は食堂で最後の晩餐をいただいていた時、それを見ているんだ。
ちなみにメニューは孫の誕生日に買ったケーキを一人で食べるおばあちゃん風パスタだよ
悲しいエピソードしか浮かばないけど最終的には孫もおばあちゃんが美味しくいただいたんだね革新ところが狂気的ね
さすがはお父やんやで
というわけだから、イルマさんのアリバイは僕が保証するよ。
このナメクジがもっと早く言えっつうの
Oh, she's about the normal.
ああ赤松は頑張ったぞ貧相な胸の雑魚キャラの割にはな急にすごい上から目線だねどこの何が
That's a Fate reference. Yay.
白金ちゃんってよく自分勝手な例えを使うけど
I get it. I got it.
そ
I
れっ
got
て
it.
特有のやつだよね
She's not a loser. You're a loser.
ごめんつい趣味がにじみ出ちゃって
大間は何を余裕ぶっこいてんだもっとはてめえが俺様を疑い始めたのが悪いんだぞてめえは当分黙ってろこの狂言癖のつるしょだが
Wow.
ひどいよ俺は犯人を見つけるために言っただけなのでそんな言い方はひどいよよしだからすっきりした
想像しい野郎だぜ。
それと、ついでに言っておくと、食堂には他に白金さんと東條さんもいたよ。
ではその4人は容疑者から外せそうですねずっと一緒にいたならアリバイは成立ですからね
いや、ずっと一緒ではないけどね。白金さんは途中でトイレに行ってたからさ。
ああやっぱそれ言われちゃうんだまあそりゃそうだよねうん確かに言ったよ食堂から一番近いトイレにね
トイレだっていや待ってましたワクワクするね
Is this a pervy thing?
なんでですか
硬いタイかな柔らかいタイかなタイであることが前提なんやな
でも本当にトイレに行っただけで地下に行ったりはしてないよそれに怪しまれるほど長い時間でもなかったと思うし
だけどよ、あんたは超高校級の
Okay, yeah, we have to go talk about the cost box.
だったらトイレに行くふりして誰かに変装した可能性もあるんじゃないのか。
変装？ないない、変装なんてしないって。うん、私もそれはないと思う。その根拠だって知ってるしね。
The reason why Smokey. Oh, okay. That one.
そっか。あのね、白金さんがコスプレするのってフィクションの作品だけなんだって。そもそもコスプレって本来はフィクション作品でやるものだからね。まあ最近は曖昧になっちゃってるけど、私は本当にそういうのが許せなくって。許せないあまりに生理的に無理なんだよ。リアルの変装をするとキモいブツブツが出ちゃうの。
Which is why she's the ultimate cosplayer.
私もそのキモいブツブツは見たから間違いないよ。
つまり変装の可能性はねえってことか。白金、疑って悪かったな。可能性の一つとして確認しておくべきだと思ってな。
I just noticed those are like tennis rackets on his beanie.
全然気にしてないから。
白金ちゃんはいいやつだね。イルマちゃんとの器の差が出たよ。
I do like Smokey. I like Miyu too.
とにかく食堂にいた4人のアリバイは間違いなさそうね。
だったら東條と白金と入間と新宮寺は容疑者から外れるね。
4人ともおめでとう。もう帰ってもいいぞ。
帰るのはダメだよね。
ねえ、その4人以外で怪しいのは誰なんだよ。地下に行った
Sound
令
attack.
状しがたき豚野郎集団か。
地下に行ったのは誰だって？
私と犀原くんが2人で見張りをしていた時に見たのは桃田くん、ゴン太くん、春川さん、茶柱さん、夢野さん、アンジーさんに死んだ天海くんの7人だったよ。
ではその7人が容疑者なんですね。
そうなるね。
笑ってる場合じゃなくて、あなたもその中に入っているんですからね。
Spilling Rantar are one of the 6 people who headed to the basement. Is the mastermind of this killing game? The person who's making us endure all these terrible things.
さてと、容疑者も絞られたことだし、本来なら拷問して聞き出すのが手っ取り早いんだけど。
拷問なんてダメですよ。テンコは痛いのが苦手なんです。痛くされなくてもあることないこと何でも喋りますから。
あることだけでいいわよ。
地下に行ったメンツの中に犯人がいるとしたら、怪しいのは春川ちゃんじゃない？
Hmm.
人とか殺してそうな雰囲気だし。
Just based on their looks.
バカ言わないで。どうせ桃田あたりが犯人なんでしょ。
Kaito was with Tenko the whole time, right?
俺が犯人なわけねえだろ。
誰だ？誰が犯人なんだよ。
今度も違うよ。紳士は人を傷つけたりしないんだ。
うちだって違うわ。人殺しなんてめんどいことはせんぞ。アンジーにはアリバイがあるぞ。だから誰が犯人なんだって。
ちょっとみんな落ち着いてよ。勝手に喋ってたら話し合いにならないって。
大丈夫だよ、赤松さん。ちゃんとみんなの発言を聞き分ければいいだけだから。君ならできるよね。
Listen to everyone's statement. That's right, I can pick out everyone's voices as they talk over each other. Okay.
そもそも私は誘われただけだよ。怪しいのは誘ったやつじゃん。
俺のことじゃねえか。俺は違えって言ってんだろ。
天下に罪をなすりつける気ですね。男子はすぐになすりつけようとしてくるんですから。
They're thrusting. Yeah.
うちは悪い子ではないぞ。産んでくれたママに聞いてもらえばわかる。本当にアリバイがあるんだって。うちは犯人じゃないよ。
Oh no, three people are talking at once. Everyone is clamoring to prove their innocence. There's a panic in the courtroom. Ah, that's right, it's time. You will now be thrown into a mass panic debate. During mass panic debate, 3 debates will happen at the same time. Oh my god, I have to read. Okay. Remain calm, it's just like a non-stop debate. You're just hearing triple the opinions. Simple, right? Yeah. Aim at the conversation you really want to hear. Concentrate to listen more clearly. Same controls, right? Yeah. Sort through everyone's opinions and find the lie or contradiction and refute it. You can also use V counter, so if you're confident, give that a shot. I am confident. Not this count. And Tara's the only one who left the meeting. True. That's the only one. Okay, so it's this one. All the different voices are confusing me, but Kaito's statement was suspicious, right? I'll be fine as long as I stay calm and listen for everyone's unique points. V! Oh, okay, I got the V.
待ってよ、桃田くん。いなくなったのって天海くんだけじゃないよね。
Yes.
そこのバカは忘れてるみたいだけど、作戦会議の途中でいなくなったのは極ハラムだよ。
ああ、一人で奥の AV ルームにこもってやがったな。しかも鍵までかけやがって。で、誰がバカだ。
Just noticed that.
ゴンタ、そうなのか？
ゴンタは虫さんの映像を見てたんだ。モノクマとの対決に備えて
Did we
闘争
find
心
a
を
bug
高めよ
movie?
うと思って。
Not explicitly,
イメー
right?
ジトレーニングで想像上の巨大カマキリと？
むちゃだ。昆虫と力比べなんて。上等な料理に蜂蜜をぶちまけるがごとき思想。
でもどうして鍵までかけていたの？
Yeah.
それはイメージトレーニングに集中したかったからだけど。
That's such a weak answer.
もしかしてゴンタが疑われてるの？どうして？
だからあなたにアリバイがないからですって。
じゃあそのアリバイってやつを持ってくればいいんだね。わかった。今から急いで取りに行ってくるよ。どこにあるのか教えて。
この様子だとこいつに反論は難しいかもね。
どうするの？反論できないなら決まっちゃうよ。
Did he really do it?
議論を尽くして真相を明らかにするためにはあなたの反論が必要だわ。
反論って言われても。
Because everyone else was together.
君が犯人じゃないって理由を僕らに説明して
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you for helping us, Suichi.
もし本当にあんたが犯人じゃねえなら、このままあんたに投票すれば俺らは全滅なんだぞ。わかるか？あんたは俺らの命も背負ってるんだ。必死にやってくれよ。
わかった。みんなのためにやってみる。
にゃははは。ゴンタ、ファイトだ。
Yeah, at the very least, there's no way he could have left the room, right?
ファイト、ファイト。
Debate is getting loud and heated, but if I just focus on everyone's voice, then hopefully we can expose the mastermind. Non-stop debate. Bookcase, on Charles' belongings, shot football, sliding door.
ゴンタは犯人じゃないんだ。だってゴンタがいた AV ルームからはみんながいたゲームルームを通らないと廊下に出られないんだよ。
廊下に出られないなら図書室には行けないよ。
AV ルームの出入り口は一つじゃねえよな。廊下に面した扉もあったはずだぜ。
図書室裏口の正面にある引き戸だね。
あの引き戸から出入りすりゃすぐに図書室に行けるじゃねえか。で、何らかの方法でカメラをかいくぐり天海を殺したんじゃな。謎は全て解けたし帰るかの。
解けてないよ。ゴンタは犯人じゃないって。
The gods have gone to the library from the AV room without anybody noticing. Could he really have done it?
ゴンタは犯人じゃないんだ。
There's no way out there.
ゴンタがいた AV ルームからみんながいたゲームルームを通らないと廊下に出られないんだよ。廊下に出られない。行けないよ。
AV ルームの出入り口は一つじゃねえよな。廊下にした扉もあったはずだぜ。
図書室裏口の正面にある引き戸だね。
あの引き戸から。
Got him.
それは違うよ。
それは違うよ。
あの引き戸からの出入りは無理だよ。俺様が間違ってるっつうのか。いい胸してるじゃねえか。
You got a lot of ass.
度胸だよね。度が抜けてるよ。だって AV ルームの引き戸は立て付けが悪くて少ししか開かなかったんだよ。せいぜい片腕が出る程度だからあそこを通り抜けることなんてできっこないよ。
それと引き戸を無理やりこじ開けた形跡もなかったよ。レールには埃が溜まってたからね。
つまりあの引き戸から出た可能性はゼロってことか。
そっか、珍しいこともあるもんだな。この俺様が間違っちまうなんてよ。
君が間違えるのは珍しいことじゃないよ。人としても何もかもいろいろと間違えてるしね。
Oh.
ひどい。
けどあの引き戸が使えないとなるとゴンタ君が図書室に行くには。
俺らがいたゲームルームを通らねえと無理だな。けど俺らはゴンタの姿を見てねえぜ。
ほら、だからゴンタは犯人なんかじゃないんだよ。
いいえ、まだそうとは言い切れないわ。
Yes, thank you, Kirumi. I'm suspicious still. I still had my theory earlier.
極原君、あなたを追い詰めるつもりはないのだけれど、全力で協力すると言った以上は、私もその責務を果たさなければならないの。
どういうこと？まだゴンタ君が犯人の可能性があるの？
例えば、極原君が AV ルームにいたまま図書室の天海君を殺したのだとしたら、
AV ルームにいたまま図書室の天海を殺す？
ほほう、そんな方法があるんだね。
しかもその方法を使えば AV ルームにいながら天海君を殺せるだけじゃなくて、図書室に仕掛けられているカメラにも映らないで済むはずよ。
完璧じゃないですか。で、それはどんな方法なんですか？まあ、美人で天才の俺様にはすでに分かってるけど他の雑魚どものために説明してやれば？
その説明の前に AV ルームと図書室の位置関係を整理して
Oh yeah, did you even do her layout?
極原君がいた AV ルームの引き戸は図書室裏口の扉のほぼ正面にあったのね。この扉の位置関係なら AV ルームにいながら図書室の天海君を殺すことが可能なはずよ。
わからん。
problem is the bookcase was open.
そのための準備としてまず図書室の裏口の扉を開けないといけないんだけど。
あ、ちょっと待って。いきなり無理な気がしてきたんだけど。だって AV ルームの引き戸は開かないから廊下には出られないって話だったよね。
廊下に出られないのにどうやって図書室裏口の扉を開けるんですか？
あの引き戸は完全に開かないわけじゃなくて片腕が出る程度開いたはずよ。それなら可能じゃないかしら。 AV ルームにあったあるものを使えばね。
Particular item in the AV room. Damn. Do you mean that one thing? I don't understand what you're referring to. Please state your opinion more clearly. An arm could fit, surely something longer and stomach could fit too, yes? Oh, what? No! It was the screen! I clicked on the screen? Damn it! I'm not gonna get my, like, S rank. Ah!
そうよ。AV ルームにあったスクリーンを丸めれば長い棒の代わりになるでしょ。それを使って図書室の扉を開ければいいのよ。
Yeah, this is what Suichi was saying.
開いた扉の隙間から丸めたスクリーンを伸ばし図書室裏口の引き戸に引っ掛ければ。
But there's still an issue with this method.
当然スクリーンはそれなりの重量があるでしょうけど極原君の力があれば問題ないはずよ。
問題ない。
Disagrees, yeah.
素直に言っちゃうんだね。だが図書室の扉を開けるとカメラに映ってしまうんだろ。
いや、カメラを仕掛けたのは中に少し入ったところだから扉
Oh,
を開けただけでは
okay.
映らないよ。
犀原君たちが撮った写真もそうだった。
Right, happens after people run
先
in.
頭の人物が扉から少し入ったところでシャッターが切られていたよ。
図書室の扉を開けた方法は分かったけどよ、それが何だってんだ。ゴンタは AV ルームから出られねえんだし、図書室にいる天海を殺しに行けねえじゃねえか。
だから極原君は殺しに行ったわけじゃなくて AV ルームにいながら図書室の天海君を殺したのよ。
Ganta killed Rantaro in the library while he was still in the AV room, then...
もしかして
Does that mean Ganta...
砲丸を投げたとか。
待ってください。砲丸を投げるなんてそんな突飛な行動を。
I mean, this feels really straightforward.
よく考えたらそれが普通ですね。
Yeah, right?
砲丸ですもんね。
そう凶器の砲丸は本来投げるもの。投げて使ったとしても何も不思議じゃないわ。
それに人が通れない隙間でも砲丸なら通すことができますね。
しかも天海君の死体と AV ルームの扉はちょうど直線上にあるわ。つまり図書室裏口の扉さえ開ければ砲丸を投げて被害者に当てることは可能なのよ。
けどかなり距離がありそうだぞ。
You're collecting blind opinions on your Lord and Savior Kokichi. I like Kokichi.
忘れたの？極原君にはあの重そうなマンホールでさえ軽々と持ち上げるほどの腕力があるのよ。
Kokichi makes chaos, and that's entertaining.
この距離から砲丸を投げて当てることくらい可能じゃないかしら。
Adorable little shit. That's accurate.
専用ロボはともかくゴンタだったらできそうだね。
しりとり専用ロボ。僕のことではなさそうですね。僕はちゃんと掃き掃除もしますから。
でどうなんですかゴンタさん。あの距離でも砲丸を投げられそうなんですか？
それはできると思うけど。
He used his English dub voice.
また素直に言っちゃうんだね。いやー、ゴンタすごい。超高校級の砲丸投げ選手でもいけちゃうな。
じゃあ犯人はゴンタで決まりだな。
待ってよ、ゴンタは誰かを傷つけたりしない。だって虫も殺したことないんだよ。本当なんだよ。紳士は嘘をついたりしないんだ。
らしいぜ。どうするんだ。
信じてあげたいけど
Conta's
そ
BB.
の材料がないからね。
I don't know if he did it or not. If everyone is wrong, we'll never find the mastermind. Can't let that happen. I need to do my best to guide everyone to the right answer. But if it's not Gonta, then who? How did it happen? Bookcase. I'm pretty sure it's the bookcase.
犯人はゴンタで決定だ。
だから違うんだって。
男子の言い訳は見苦しいですよ。
天海君の死体と AV ルームの扉はちょうど直線上にあったわ。
Yeah.
その途中には障害物もない。
This is it, right? Yeah.
図書室裏口の扉を開けさえすれば砲丸を投げて当てることは可能そうだね。
普通の人間なら届かねえ距離だが、極原の怪力があれば問題ねえだろうな。
あとは図書室裏口の扉を閉めるときにまた丸めたスクリーンを使えばいいんだね。
なんだ、結論が出ちゃったね。
This is what we're going with? No, this doesn't sound right. Actually, the situation at the library was different than what everyone remembers. Everyone's on the wrong track. I need to guide them to the right answer. If I don't, we'll never expose the mastermind.
犯人はゴンタで決定だ。
ルームの扉はちょうど直線上にあったわ。その途中
Got him!
違うよ。AV ルームから砲丸を投げて天海君を殺すなんてやっぱり無理だよ。だって天海君とゴンタ君との間には障害物があったんだよ。
障害物？
動く本棚だよ。天海君が殺された時、あの動く本棚は開いていたはずなんだよ。
その証拠だってあるんだよ。彼が殺された時に本棚が開いてたって証拠がね。
Oh, God. What am I doing? What proves the bookcase was open? Oh, the picture. Rear entrance photos. It's in this picture. Here, look. Oh. Okay. Dang it! It's not the rear entrance, it's the bookcase picture. Hidden door photos. Yeah, this one, right?
そっか。ほら、この写真を見てよ。これは隠し扉を狙ったカメラで撮った2枚目の写真なんだけどさ。
天海君が殺される直前の写真ですね。
ほら、隠し扉の本棚が全開になっているでしょ。で、この本棚はここから自動的に閉まっていって。
Yeah, so that's my theory gone. I don't know.
私たちが図書室に踏み込んだ時に完全に閉まったんだよ。つまり、それより前はこの本棚が開いていたってことだから、AV ルームから天海くんめがけて砲丸を投げても本棚にぶつかっちゃうはずなんだよ。
なるほどな。だったら砲丸を投げたって可能性は消えるな。
となると ゴンタ君にはどうやっても犯行は不可能かもしれない。
Well, the only other entrance is the
なん
vent.
だ、犯人じゃないのかよ。もう紛らわしいな。
ごめん。
ゴンタ君は謝る必要ないと思うよ。
ああ、そうだ。男がそんな簡単に謝ってどうすんだ。
むしろ謝るのは私の方だわ。ごめんなさい。極原君を疑うようなことを言ってしまって。
いいんだよ。だって犯人を見つけるためだもんね。
よくぞ言いました。男子のくせに懐が深いですね。
ああ、嫌なムードになってきた。
Alright.
どこがじゃ。いいムードではないか。
アホか君は。僕は人が楽しそうにしているのが嫌だの。
さすがはお母ちゃん。性格の悪さを恥じることのない性格の悪さだわ。
これまた勉強になるで。ちなみにオイラはメモってると見せかけて馬券の予想してるだけだよ。
葉っぱくれよ。おでこに乗せてドローンと変身してんだよ。
なあ、ゴンタの疑いが晴れたのはいいけどよ。喜んでばかりもいられねえぜ。これで容疑者はいなくなっちまったんだ。しかも天海を殺した方法もまだわからねえままだしな。
分かってるのは凶器だけかよ。こんなことで犯人にたどり着けんのか。凶器が砲丸なのは間違いないんだよね。犯人はどこからその砲丸を持ってきたの。
倉庫にあったものだと思う。あそこには陸上競技用の道具とかも置いてあったからね。
倉庫となると誰でも行けたはずだし、その情報だけでは手がかりにならなそうね。
犀原君、どうかした？
なんでもないよ。
ああ、もうどうするんですか。どうやって犯人を見つけるんですか。
つうか犯人はこそこそ隠れてねえで男らしく自首しやがるってんだ。
まだ男かどうかもわからないよね。
人間かどうかもな。
それは僕のことですか。
とにかく大丈夫だよ。まだここからだから諦めちゃダメだって。みんなでもう一度思い出してみようよ。きっとどこかに首謀者の手がかりがあるはずだよ。
首謀者の手がかりって。
例えば天海君が首謀者に騙されて図書室に行かされたなら、天海君と誰かが怪しい会話をしているところを見た人がいるかもしれないでしょ。
Okay.
他には首謀者が私と犀原君の計画を知ってたなら、どうしてそれを知ったのかを考えるのもいいと思うし、とにかく何か首謀者にたどり着くような手がかりをみんなで思い出してみようよ。
でも本当に犯人って首謀者なの？
そうだけど、なんで？
だったら犯人が図書室に入った方法はさっき神様が言った方法で間違いないね。
Does he have a useful idea?
神様が言った方法じゃと。
あ、そっか。みんなには神様の声が聞こえてないんだっけ。じゃあアンジーが代弁してあげる。神様はこう言ったんだよ。犯人が首謀者ならカメラに映らないで図書室に入る方法があるって。
マジかよ。そんな方法があんのか。
マジでゲースだって。
随分と小物衆のする口調の神様ですね。
Wait for the culprit to enter the library without being caught by the cameras. Is that really possible?
主は言いました。
きると。やっこれが神様のみぞ知る事件の真相だぞ。
Card reader dust.
犯人はずっと図書室に隠れてたんだよ。楓と俊一がカメラを仕掛ける前からね。
図書室のどこに隠れていたんですか？
隠し扉の中だよ。
Inside the hidden door, yeah.
犯人は隠し扉の中で待ち伏せしてたってのか。
だとすると怪しいのは事件当時に一人で行動していた人物だ。
食堂にも地下にも行ってないのって、
大間くんとキーボくんと星くんだよね。
やっぱり犯人は男子でしたか。
にゃはは神った名推理でしょ。
Never had to debate a god before. I know there's a contradiction, but I don't. Yeah, I just noticing.
犯
Okay.
人はずっと図書室に隠れてたんだよ。楓と俊一がカメラを仕掛ける前からね。
図書室のどこに隠れていたんですか？
隠し扉の中だよ。
Yay.
それは違うよ。待って、アンジーさん。隠し扉の中に隠れるのは不可能だと思う。
おい、神様がそう言ってるのに。
I'm only suspicious of Ryoma now.
隠し扉にちょっとした罠を仕掛けていたんだ。
Looks like the card reader wasn't used. That means the mastermind didn't hide here.
首謀者が隠し扉に入ったかを確認するために、僕はカードリーダーに埃を仕掛けておいたんだ。誰かが隠し扉の中に入るためにカードキーを通したら、その埃は落ちているはずなんだけど。
でもね、捜査の時にそれを確認したら埃は落ちてなかったんだよ。つまりあの隠し扉には誰も入ってないってことだから、中で待ち伏せしてたとは考えられないよ。
運外蒼天の極みだ。
Oh, what's going on?
まだまだだな。
Alright.
何が？
カメラが仕掛けられる前から犯人が図書室に隠れていた可能性はまだ残ってるぜ。あんたの推理は甘いんだよ。それじゃあ何の証明にもなってねえぞ。
Seems you've been contradicted. When this kind of argument surfaces, you go into one-on-one debate called a rebuttal showdown. What's a rebuttal showdown? For now, let's explain the controls. In this mode, you can counter the other person's claim and argue against it. Selecting truth bullet, mood, weak spot, blade. Okay. Move your truth blade with movements with the mouse and align it with your opponent's claim. Left click to perform a regular cut in the direction the blade is pointing. Okay. Right click to cut with the truth blade. Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. Use regular cuts on your opponent's words, but when a weak spot appears, it's you with the truth blade strike. Okay. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. What's neat is if you cut through multiple words at once, you get a time bonus. Okay, 2 at a time gets you 2 seconds, 3 is 3. The more you can cut down together, the better. Watch the position of your opponent's claim closely and slice as many as you can. Okay, by doing that you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. When the mood of your argument is in your favor, the debate will progress. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. And then you have to deal with the loss of progress. If you and your opponent's arguments are even, a blade lock will occur. When that happens, left click as fast as you can to push them off. Oh, great. Isn't slicing and dicing opinions with true sword the bee's knees? What? Not really? Well, you shouldn't knock it before you try it. You can also V-agree, so if blah blah blah. Okay. Thanks for your time.
扉の中が無理だとしても、図書室には隠れ場所がいくらでもあった。例えば本の山の中だ。犯人はカメラが仕掛けられる前からその中に潜んでたんじゃねえのか。そして天海を殺した後で逃げたのさ。
I can't just listen to Yoma's argument. I need to refute it somehow.
隠し扉の中が無理だとしても、図書室には隠れ場所がいくらでもあった。例えば本の山の中だ。犯人はカメラが仕掛けられる前からその中に潜んでたんじゃねえのか。そして天海を殺した後で逃げたのさ。
Vance, okay.
でも殺して逃げるにしたって逃げる姿がカメラに映っちゃうよね。
だったら天海を殺した後でまた図書室に隠れればいい。そして全員が死体に注目している自分もたった今駆けつけたかのようにその場で合流すればいいだけだ。
What? That's your reasoning? Damn it! You're gonna persuade me with anything but crystal clear evidence. Well, I was wrong, okay. 4 hearts left? No, 5 hearts.
天海を殺した後でまた図書室に隠れればいい。そして全員が死体に注目している自分もたった今駆けつけたかのようにその場で合流すればいいだけだ。
I'm starting to see holes in Ryoma's argument. I have evidence I can present that will break down Ryoma's argument.
だったら天海を殺した後でまた図書室に隠れればいい。そして全員が死体に注目して自分もたった今駆けつけたかのようにその場で合流すればいいだけだ。
What is it? I thought I tried the front door. Let me try it again, I guess.
天海を殺したまた図書室に隠れればいい。そして全員が死体自分もたった今駆けつけたかのようにその場で合流。
その言葉切っちゃうよ。
Aha, okay.
犯人が図書室で私たちに合流した？うん、それは考えられないよ。
理由を聞こうじゃねえか。
ほら、図書室の正面扉に仕掛けたカメラだよ。あの3枚の写真を見てもらえばわかるけど、これは私と犀原君と地下にいた桃田君と茶柱さんが駆けつけたところ。こっちのは地下にいた残りの4人が茶柱さんの悲鳴を聞いて駆けつけてきたところ。最後の写真は死体発見アナウンスを聞いた残りのみんなが駆けつけてきたところ。
Yeah, everyone came in.
全員の駆けつけてきたところがしっかりカメラに撮影されてるんだよ。だから誰かが図書室の中にずっと隠れてたって推理は通らないんだよ。
確かにどいつもこいつも図書室の外から駆けつけているみてえだな。
I'm suspicious of you even more now, Ryoma.
まだなのはあんたじゃなくて俺の方だったらしい。
うんうん、いいんだよ。こうやって可能性を潰して真相に近づくんだからさ。ね、犀原くん。
うん、そうだね。
Spacing out, okay. Is Sushi okay? He's been really quiet. Is he worried about something?
やはり問題となるのは犯人がどのように図書室に出入りしたのかということね。
まずはその問題を片付けましょう。そうしないと僕らは先には進めません。
でも不思議だよね。仕掛けたカメラに姿を残さず天海君を殺す。
I mean, the only way is the vent, right?
まるで透明人間の仕業じゃな。だがうちの魔法ではないぞ。うちの魔法では半透明が限度じゃからな。上半身だけで精一杯じゃ。
ああ、そういう意味の半透明なんだね。
でも図書室の2つの扉はどっちにも隠しカメラがあったはずだし。
図書室にあった通気口はあそこから入ったんじゃないの？だけどあの通気ダクトがつながってる教室は 私と犀原くんが見張りに使ってたんだよ。
They could have hidden in the vent the whole time.
たちの隙をついたんだな。犯人が透明人間になって。
夢野さんは透明人間に対する並々ならぬこだわりがあるみたいですね。それも無理だと思う。犯人が通気口から図書室に忍び込んだ可能性はないよ。
That's right, we have evidence that proves that would have been impossible. Oh, great. It's the books, right? Pretty sure it's the books. What's the question? Proves that no one stuck into the library through the vent. The vent grate is still propped open. It could be this one too. Well, propped open doesn't mean no one used it, right? Okay, let's try the books. Yay!
あのね、図書室に隠しカメラを仕掛けたとき、私は念のために通気口の前に本を積んでおいたんだ。もし誰かがあそこから出入りしてたら、本が崩れてたりしてるはずだけど、捜査の時に確認してみたら、本はちゃんと積まれたままだったんだよ。
I guess that's true.
通気口から出るときに本をどかして、その後で戻したんじゃねえのか？
Unless they never left the vent to kill him. That could be possible.
さすがに難しいんじゃないかしら。
通気口も無理で、どっちの扉も無理で、じゃあ犯人はどこから図書室に出入りしたの？神隠しならぬ神現れ。
他に出入りできるところはもうなさそうだけど。
うわー！ひらめいちまったぞ。犯人は図書室の扉から出入りしたんじゃねえか？
今までの話は聞いていましたか？扉から入ったら写真に写ってしまうんですよ。
んなもんカメラのインターバルを狙えばカメラに映らねえで出入りできんだろうが。インターバル？何それ？つまり犯人はカメラが仕掛けられてることも知ってたし、カメラのインターバルのことも知ってたんだ。で、そのインターバルの間に図書室に忍び込んだんだ。そうすりゃカメラに映らねえで済むからな。さすがは美人すぎる俺様の名推理だぜ。ねえイルマさん、そのインターバルって何？ああ？てめえは今さら何言ってやがんだ。知っての通り、あのカメラは一度シャッターが降りると次に撮影できるようになるまで30秒かかっちまうんだ。もともとは手動のフィルムを自動で巻き上げるように改造したせいなんだけどな。
The only one that would know that thing would be you, though.
そういう大事なことはもっと早く言って。なんだよ。改造カメラを渡すときに言ったっつうの。
Oh.
この帽子と皮をかぶった童貞にな。
So Richie knew about that, huh?
犀原くん？
That's suspicious.
ごめん、言い忘れてたみたいだ。
言い忘れて
た？隠し撮りの計画には支障がないと思ったし、まさかこんなことになるとは思ってもなかったから。
What did you do, What did you do,
それ
Suichi?
で言い忘れちゃったみたいだ。本当にごめん。
言い忘れたなんて空虚な言い訳をするね。嘘くさい。
そんなことないよ。きっと本当に忘れただけなんだって。あの時はバタバタしてたから、それで説明するのを忘れちゃったんだよね。
まあ恋かミスかは後回しだ。それよりカメラのインターバルの話をしようぜ。
イルマさん、インターバルは30秒と言ったわね。
ザリガニ並みの知能しかねえおめえらのためにもう一度説明しておいてやるとだな。イカマツと臭い原が図書室に仕掛けた3台のカメラはセンサーが感知してシャッターが降りた後、次に撮影できるようになるまで30秒かかっちまうんだ。フィルムを自動で巻き上げねえといけねえからな。
ではその30秒間ならカメラに映らずに図書室に入れるんですね。
30秒もあるなら図書室に入るどころか天海君を殺して逃げることも可能かもしれないわよ。
はい、急げば可能かもしれません。
Yeah, that definitely makes it a lot easier.
じゃあ間違いないね。犯人はカメラのインターバルを利用したんだよ。
となると犯人はそのインターバルのことを知ってたイルマちゃんで決まりだね。
Either Kibo or Ryoma.
バカ言ってんじゃねえ。俺様には食堂にいたってアリバイがあったろ。あ
あ、そういえばそうだったね。じゃあ他にインターバルを知ってたのって
He's being helpful.
誰だったっけ。
Kind of.
サイハラだけだよ。
それなら図書室で天海君を殺した犯人も犀原君ということになるのかね。
犀原君か。
おい、どうなんだよ犀原。
違うよね。君はそんなことをしたりしないよね。
黙ってないで何か言ったら沈黙は停滞を生むだけだよ。
はっきりしてください。あなたが天海さんを殺した犯人なんですか。ねえ犀原君、本当にどうしたの。
What's going on?
黙秘なんて言わねえよな。
つまらなくない展開になって
No way, Sushi can't be the culprit. That's definitely wrong. There's no way. I refuse to believe Sushi is the culprit. That's definitely not possible. Or is it? Intermission. Ooh. You want to save, yes. Oh, okay. Let's save over here. Alright. Intermission. Yeah, so I saved. We're gonna call it here for today. And we'll get to the conclusion next time. Yeah, it's been about the time we usually have our sessions. Well, that was certainly interesting. I had my theory, and I disputed my theory, which I'm glad about because I like there to be a twist in the mystery. Definitely makes it more interesting. Huh. So, I'm not sure if my memory is correct, but I don't think we mentioned that we put the sensor on top of the bookcase. I'm not sure if that's true or not, though. Because that makes me suspicious of Ryoma. But Ryoma and Kibo are definitely suspicious. And maybe Suichi. Those are like the only options we have. Or unless it's suicide. Which I don't think is the case. I don't know. We'll find out next time, though. Look forward to that. Should be in 2 days from now? Or maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm excited. Hope you are too. Until then, take care. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.